Here we are back with Napa, and he is just the sweetest dog ever. We've got very loud birds going on behind me here, but he's interested, but he's sitting very nicely at Rich's left. We're using the exact same training equipment, a 6-foot web training leash, and his training collar. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the heel. It's Napa heel, and like you said when you sent him, Napa is pretty mellow and laid back and pretty much does what he's asked to do most of the time without an argument. And you see Rich throws those turns in to keep the dogs focused on him. You know, when you're walking in a straight line all the time, nice automatic sit, it gets boring for the dog. So then they start to look around at other things that are going on around them, and that's when you run into trouble. When if you're practicing with them, you throw in some turns, you change your pace from fast to slow. It keeps them looking at you kind of like, okay, what's she gonna do next? And that's what we want. Nice automatic sit and a stay. Murphy's out here enjoying, or Napa's out here enjoying the sunshine today. It's a gorgeous day. Best one we've had, I think. When Rich returns back to him again, he walks all the way around him. Returning back to his shoulders, he stops at Napa's shoulders and praises him for a good job. The only praise we use is a little, pat on the head or a scratch under the chin and a good boy. We don't go over the top, because then if you amp them up too much, then you've got to get them back under control. Rich leaves him again in another sit stay. And he's very focused on Rich, and this time he's going to call him in, have him sit, and then return to heel. And back sitting. Napa's a little bit slower than Murphy on some of these commands, but he's an older boy. We make allowances for that. Sometimes by 5 or 6 they can be getting a little arthritis. Sometimes they're a little bit slower on their sits. Which leaves him in another sit stay. Walks out to the end of the training leash. And when we took them for walks, we took them both. So they both have had their fair share of socialization out in public on their leashes. People coming and going from the restaurant or from the garden center. And both of them did very well. We kind of knew Napa would from what you had said, but Murphy also did. Now here's his down from a heel position and stay. And you can put these guys on their leashes and practice this right in your living room. You don't have to go outside. They play very hard together, and what we were trying to do is treat them very much like individuals. We did give them lots of time to play, and they did, and they play hard and rough, but when they get on a training leash, they should know that you're in charge, not them at that point. If they're playing outside, that's completely different. Nice sit. Always have your dog seated first before you attempt to put him into a down. I think Napa would stay out here all day in the down stay. He looked at me because I said his name. Rich calls him out of that, has him sit, and then has him return to heel. Oops, I'm losing them. Very good. And the last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is Napa's down from a distance. So you leave him in a sit stay and you turn to face him, and I'll tell you, These guys have done really well here at school. I had a feeling he was going to do that because he's so comfy getting the sun in his face. So we have really enjoyed having these boys, and they've really showed off what nice boys they both really are in their hearts. They are good boys, and we want to thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you soon.